everyone. Welcome to our channel of Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. My name is Kajal Kulkarni and I am going to teach you all social science for grade 6. Yes, you all must be shocked that how come teacher you are saying something wrong? No, I am going to teach you all SST. So, are you all ready? Okay. So, today students, we are going to see social and political life. The book which you all are having, social and political life, that is civics. So, today we will see the first chapter of that book, that is understanding diversity. Okay. So, shall we start? Okay. So, we will see the PPT. The book name is Social Science, Social and Political Life. Chapter 1, Understanding Diversity. Okay. What are the points we are going to see or we are going to learn in this chapter are, first is introduction, understanding diversity, what does diversity add to our lives, origin of diversity, diversity in India, unity in diversity. Before that, I want to tell you all, what do you mean by social and political life? See, man is a social animal. Why we call social? Because we human being or we people, do we live alone? No, we live in group. If suppose a parent go out for a trip or maybe they went to some relative's house and we are all alone at home. So, what will happen? We will start feeling very bored, and what we will do? We will start watching movie or television, or you will start calling your friends. See, your age children, you all won't sit a long time in front of the television. So, what you all will do? You all will start calling your friends and start playing. So, do you stay or live alone for some time? No, we always want someone or the other along with us. So, why man is called a social animal? Because he is always along in a group. He is never alone. So, man is a social animal. He does not live alone. He always live in society where many other people live. See, now in the society where we are living, okay. So, in the society, there are so many people. In our society, there are so many people. So, we all live together. We have so many, we celebrate so many festivals, we enjoy our days. Now, at present, there is lockdown, okay, due to corona. So, now, you all are in your house, you all are locked in your house, children, especially children. You all don't go out anywhere. So, you all feel so bored at home, right? So, what you all do? All the children in your society, you all come together and you all have some games or some small party type, or you may say some small organization of games, right? So, in this society, you all live together. Now, collection of people living together is called a society, and norms and ways of function of any society is called politics. Now, see what is politics. See, now you all are in a society, you all live in a society, right? So, in that society, there may be some chairperson or there may be some head who is looking after the functioning of the society, yes or no? So, this the norms and the functions according to which you all do or perform your day-to-day routine of the society is called the politics. Okay, so who takes care of the thing, whatever is going on, that is called politics. Now suppose we are in a country which is having a lot of diversity. So in our country, politics, you all must have heard about politics. Here we have so much of politics. Why we need politics? So that the country is working normally. Okay, the working of the country is smoothly. So for that reason we need politics. So this is the explanation of your book, the book name, that is Social and Political Life. How is a social and political life affected? Okay. Now look at these pictures and tell me, where are these pictures or where are these monuments located? Yes, very good. They are all in Delhi. Very good. Now can you see the structure, how it is made? See this tomb-like structure here, the same way the tomb-like structure here. See this, and this is India Gate. So from this structure is totally different from this structure. This monument is totally different from this monument, right? So see, in the monuments itself, which are in the same state or same city, those monuments are also different. Yes, see, the monuments are in Delhi itself, but they all differ. Are they looking alike? No, they all are different. Okay, now diversity in India. India is a country of many diversities. We speak different languages, have various types of food, celebrate different festivals, practice different religions. Now what do you mean by diversity? Diversity means something that is different, means it is not similar. Now India is a country of many diversities. In India you will see many people, they are of different religion, right? They speak different languages, they eat different kind of food, and the festivals that are celebrated, they are also different, right? See, in India now, if you are in your classroom, around you so many students are there, but all the students may be having a different mother tongue, right? They all must be speaking with some different language at home. So India is having many various varieties of languages spoken in at home. Then now if the people, if suppose in Jainism, they don't eat onions and garlic, right? So their food is totally different with, if we compare to the Maharashtrian food, right? So the food is also of various types and various taste. Then celebration of festivals. Now if we talk about Muslims, they celebrate Eid, then they have Ramzan, right? So they have their own different festivals. But if we speak about Hindus, they have Diwali, then Padwa, yes or no? So different type of festivals are celebrated in India and many religions are there. So mostly we have Christian, Muslims, Hindus, Jewish, right? So we have many religions also in India. So what do you mean by diversity? Diversity means many different types of people in one country. Next, can you see the various types of food in India? See, this is the food of Himachal, the plate of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Tamil Nadu. See, they mostly eat on a leaf of banana leaf. Karnataka. See the south side. The south side they mostly use leaf of banana. Jammu and Kashmir. So this is the variety of food found in India. Next, the festivals. See, we have Diwali, Makar Sankranti, Nag Panchami, then Gudi Padwa, Gokulashtami, Shiv Jayanti, then Buddha Jayanti, Christmas, Bailpora, and Independence Day, Republic Day. See, so many festivals. And do we celebrate alone? No, we all celebrate these festivals together. We may be, if we are having Christmas, we do celebrate Christmas also. You all celebrate 31st night? Yes, we all go out for party and all that. We welcome the new year, right, by celebrating it. So we celebrate maybe any caste or creed, we celebrate all the festivals that are celebrated in India. Now can you see this? So many different religions. See, Bengali, Karnataka, you may say Tamil Nadu, the people from Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Maharashtra, yes, Muslims. So many, see, Rajasthan you may say. So many various cultures are found in India. See, their clothes, even they differ, right? Next, okay, from this picture, can you tell me what is the main, why I have shown you this picture? Yes, see, around you, you have so many people. Few are very fair, few are very dark, few are mild, medium. See, this is medium person. They are fair, both hands are very fair, and this is very dark. So it is said that in India, we don't only have diversity in religions and other customs, but the people of India are also totally different. They look totally different. If I say in your house, if we take example of your house itself, so will you find the similar faces of everyone? No, you all look different. Yes, so all are looking different. If we talk about the society, all the children in the society look similar? No, few are very fair, few are very thin, few are very fat, right? So this is what diversity, they all differ. Okay. Now, how do we explain diversity? Thousands of years ago, people used to travel from one place to another in ships, horses, camels, or on foot. Now, why were the people traveling? Okay, why were the people traveling? Because you may say, now suppose from at present, we will take the example of the present situation. Due to corona, many people who were working in Mumbai or in other states or in other cities, you may say in Maharashtra, in Delhi or anywhere in India, the people who are working, they all started leaving that place and returning back to their house or to their homes. Why? Because they had come here in search of job, or they wanted some income from where they were living. So, just for the source of money, just to earn a bread, they had left their homes and they were staying in the different cities. So, now why they have left this city? Because of the corona, which affected the overall working of the country, and all the businesses have stopped. Due to this, the people were not getting sufficient money, or they were not getting sufficient food to eat. So, they had to leave this city and go back to their home. So, same way, thousands of years ago, people used to migrate. People used to migrate from one place to another. Why so? Just because of they wanted to earn some money. Maybe they were traveling because of the settlement where they were living. That place was not properly acquainted, or it was not well where they can live. Okay, so the conditions, they were not proper for their living. So, maybe they were shifting to some other cities. So, long, thousands of years ago. Now, see India, when we talk about India, we have so many different varieties or languages or religions of people in India, right? We find so many. We find Muslims, we find Hindus, we find Christians, Buddhists, Sikhs, Punjabis, right? So, how do they came? All they came here. See, few must have. India is now called as India, but earlier we were having all separate states. So, people were freely moving from one place to another just for the sake of food. So, to earn something, they can get something. Now, if suppose I am living in a place where I am not getting proper food to eat, so what I will do? I will search for some place where I will get some proper food to eat, right? So, I will start migrating. I will start moving from that one place to the other place, right? So, same way, thousands of years ago, people were moving from one place to another just for the sake of settlement. Okay, then maybe due to trading, few people may be changing their place from means moving from one place to another for trading. Now, suppose in my country or in my city, my state, I get very good quality of crops, very good grains I find. So, what I will do? For earning some money, what I will do? I will start selling my product to the other states, right? So, whatever speciality is there in my state, I will start it selling in the other state. So, in such a way, the migration started. So, the first one was to settle, properly settle in that area. The second is maybe for trading, the people were moving from one place to another. Then the next one is to escape from natural disasters. Now, natural disasters means if suppose in a place there is a flood. If we talk about Odisha, there are always floods there. So, how the people will survive if there is always after 1 year or 2 years again and again the flood occurs? How the people will survive, and what will be the standard of living of those people? They will be very, very poor. And what will happen if again and again floods are coming? Whatever earning is there with them, that all earnings will be washed out in the floods. So, what these people will do? Will they stay in that place and live lifelong there? No, they will try to leave that place and try to move in some other place where they can settle and live their life happily. Okay. Then the next is for the sake of work. As I told you all now that now at present so many youngsters, they are leaving their home and going somewhere else. Why they are going? Why they are leaving their family and moving to some other place, some new place, just for the sake of work, to get means to earn some money to fulfill the needs of their family, right? So for the sake of work, that also the people were moving. Then to be safe from the consequences of the war. Now if suppose we talk about Iran and Iraq, we find many a times there are wars there. If we talk about Pakistan, there is always something or the other always going on in Pakistan. We are watching it on television, in news, that every now and then something or the other is going on in Pakistan. So will the people living in Pakistan be happy? No. If we talk about in our own country, that is Jammu and Kashmir, when Jammu and Kashmir was ruled by the other people, means they were having the government of our own India was not ruling, it was not having, you all must have heard about this news that now Jammu and Kashmir is the part of our own what we say constitution, means what constitution we are following, that same constitution is being followed in Jammu and Kashmir. So the people living there, they were not happy, right? Every now and then, because it was the border of Pakistan, every now and then there were firing, right? So people living there, they were not happy and satisfied. Will they live there only and live their family, or just leave out the family to die in that place? No, they will take some action and they will start moving from that place to some other place, right? So in this way the people used to live from one place to the other place. And how they were moving? See, earlier there were no trains, no buses, no cars, no aeroplanes. So how the people were moving? The people used to use animals to move from one place to another. So what were the sources? They were using horses, camels, ships by water route. So ships and maybe sometimes on foot. See, even now at present we have seen the people moving from Delhi walking to their own state. Yes or no? They went walking. Why? Because there were no vehicles available for them. But earlier, thousands of years ago, there were no such facilities available. So how people were moving? So people used to ride horses with their family, they used to have donkeys and all those, they used to keep all the weight on them and then start with their journey. So this is how the diversity, see, people were coming from different places and they were settling in one place. So what happened now next? We will see in our next slide. As people settled in new places, they began to change a little, and at other times they managed to do things in the old ways. So their languages, food, music, religions became a mix of the old and the new, and out of this intermixing of cultures came something new and different. Now see, as the people were changing place from, means they were leaving from one place and they were settling in the other place. Now if suppose I am talking about the state Gujarat. From Gujarat, if I am coming to Maharashtra, in Gujarat people eat sweet food, right? They have sweet, their eating habit is they eat little bit sweeter. But in Maharashtra, the people eat very pungent, spicy, right? So now this people from Gujarat who have changed and come to Maharashtra they have become the mixture of Gujarat and Maharashtra. See, if you will see the people of Gujarat talking in Marathi, you will immediately come to know with that talk that this person is not a Maharashtrian. See, Gujarati people, when they are talking in Marathi, you will immediately come to know that this person is Gujarati. If a Punjabi person is talking in Marathi, the toning which they talk in that tone, you will come to know the state, from which state they are coming, right? So, what happened, as the people came and settled down in places, they became a mixture. And what happened? The old mixed with the new, and it was a remix, right? Now we are having remix. The old songs are remixed and made to a new version. So, same way, what happened? The people from the different states coming and settling down in one state, it became the mixture. They all combined. What they did with their own, they mixed the new one. So, they started accepting the new things. Okay. So, what now? The new and different thing came out from that. The next, historical and geographical factors affect the diversity of region. Eating and clothing habits and even the kinds of work differ. Now, historical. What do you mean by historical? Now, if suppose I am talking right now in English. Now, how this English came in India? How this English came in India? Yes, very good. When the Britishers came to India, right? How this English came in India? When the Britishers introduced, when they came in India and they ruled in India, we found this English language should be known by all of us, right? So, we started learning English. So, this is how the historical features affect our living. Okay. Now, geographical factors. How do these geographical factors affect our region? If suppose a state is in nearby hilly, if suppose the state is in a very hilly area, so the people living in that area will have a different standard of living, or maybe they will be having different method of living, right? So, this is the geographical factor that affects the diversity of a region. Now, if I talk about a state which is near the coast, coast means near seashore. So, if such states are there, what you will find there? The people, will they live the similar life as the people living in the hilly areas? No, their standard of living or their method of living will be totally different. So, the historical as well as the geographical factor of the state or of any region affects the diversity of that place. Now, how this affects? We will take one example of Ladakh and Kerala. So, before I start with this point, what I will do, I will just revise with the previous thing, and then in our next episode we will see with Ladakh and Kerala. It is really very interesting. So, just be careful and don't read the book, okay, until and unless I tell you all, don't read the book, so that if you will read the book, whatever I am explaining, that what we say, tempo will be missed out, and you will say that teacher, we are knowing all this. So, please don't read the book, okay. I will just revise with what we have done. So, shall we revise it? Okay. This is your book, Social and Political Life, in which you are going to see about civics. Now, what do you mean by social? Social means a man is a social animal. He does not live alone. He always live in society where many other people live. Means that a man, a human is a personality is such a animal, it is not, means it is, we say animal only, that it always live in a group, we can't survive alone. See, earlier when people were, thousands of years ago, when people were hunting, they were going for hunt. So when they were hunting animals, they were living in jungles. So what happened, when they were living in jungle, they were going for hunting. So when they were going for hunting, if a single person says, I don't want you all, I will be going all alone for hunting. Is it possible? No. What will happen if that alone person will go for hunting, and if one wild animal comes in front of that person, will he be able to fight with that animal alone? No. If he is in a group, what will happen? They will definitely fight and kill that animal, right? So same way, the people at present, they live in a society, in a group, okay? So this collection of people is called a society, and this society is ruled, they are having their own functions, their fundamental norms and rights. So that is what we call terms and conditions, right? The rules and regulations, they are politics, okay? Then we had seen these images, okay. So what I will do, I will stop now, but in our next session, we will talk about Ladakh and Kerala. Till then, take care. Thank you.